Hey guys, and welcome back to another YouTube video. In this video, we're going through the Carlton versus North Melbourne. Absolute demolition job by the North Melbourne girls, in which they won by 69 points. They won in the end 79-10, and it probably could have been an even bigger margin, but they sort of just left a little bit out there in the last quarter because there was no need to go after it anymore when you were up 10 goals or whatever they were at the time. So they just sort of let it run and ran out with us very, very comfortably, to the point that there was a lot of questions about Carlton's defensive pressure, defensive work rate, etc., as they were just absolutely poor. How in the world do you let a team have a 4-on-1 in your defensive 50 is just mind-boggling almost in a way. But anyway, let's just jump into this recap here. You can see here Shearer and also Riddell were the ones that went off. Shearer with a 1-2-8, 26, 5 and 10, 3 free kicks, 4. She was actually really, really good. And yeah, she just outstanding work. From her, I'm pretty sure she got away in one of the quarters for an absolute, last quarter 41, second half was a 75. She did really, really well. So that was really, really good to see. Goering, of course, brought her in, and then she tried her hardest to get injured. She didn't get fully injured, but she tried her hardest with a blood nose, and I think she was off for, I want to say, a good 5 to 10 minutes. And I just want to also check with her what's her usual game time. Goering as well was my captain, which she was actually around about her same normal game time. So we'll hope that against Port Adelaide in game 2 of the double that she's able to get on top of that midfield a little bit more so than the likes of the North midfield, which is a lot harder to get on top of. But yeah, low-ish time on ground. But I mean, she's that ball, so she's going to always have a lower time on ground, but a high points per minute. Mimi Hill, 88 as well. She had 26, 2 and 5, and I'm pretty sure she got away in one of the 25 and 27. You can see Goering as well when she got injured in that. I was sweating on this for a good 5 to 10 minutes. Couldn't find any. I wasn't watching the game, and I was tracking along the app. And basically, all you have is, if I can show it here, does it show on this? No, it doesn't. But yeah, you would see basically this icon here, and it would just this icon here, and it would just show injury or injured, and then it would just say off at that time, and then you wouldn't have anything else, and it would just say in the timeline injury or interchange off for injury, and that was all that you had. And I couldn't find anything on social media at the time being like, oh yeah, she's off for this, and then she came back on, and I was like, okay, that's good. Got to 34 at halftime, and I was like, she's going to need a big second half. Got to 64 at 3/4 time, and I thought, oh, she might be able to just salvage a decent enough score, and then got up to the exact same score as Conti, but has an easier matchup, I would say, in game week 2 or round 2 of the game week. So yeah, she should be able to get to, I would hope, a decent enough captaincy score. Then you have Skepper here, 81, 14, 24, 18, 25, 81. Gap Pounds as well, 23, 21, 13, 19, 76, but sounds like she's injured. If I go to quickly to the team lineups here, and just scroll my way down, you can see in the last game you've still got Gab Pound named. I don't know what the case with the Gab Pound injury is or whatnot, or whether it was just precautionary or whatnot. So I'm gonna have to look into that more, but it's not gonna make any difference to me. It might actually help because Yaz Dersmore will do better. But anyway, moving on. Mackay is, I believe, out. Yes, Abby Mackay is out. Was it an ankle or a leg injury, I believe, from memory. But yeah, she was out very early into the second half, as you can see here, 51% TOG. When I would suspect she probably is a 90 TOG type of player. If I just go to Mackay here, you'll see what I mean. Yeah, you can see that that's probably an 82% TOG. So for her to be 51% shows that she was off for quite a fair amount of time, and early into the third quarter. Anthony, 66, I remember, she's always going to be remembered for that mass cash gen last year in the AFLW when she had that 99 and 80 and went up to 700k within 2 weeks. And that's why I think just the difference this year is we haven't really had that rookie, well, except for Goering, but no one really had Goering other than me until I traded her out. But no one really had those, and I think that's the thing that I'll learn next year is just going for that those warm bodies, like the bodies that of girls that are older, especially not the like 18, 19-year-olds. Goering's 23, Breed I think is 23 as well. So just going for those older girls that have had injuries or delayed starts to their AFLW careers, as they're usually the bulls in the midfield that can really tear it open. And I think that's what we need to remember for next year. So yeah, Anthony I think is a similar type. And yeah, 66 for her. Moody, 65. She did pretty well in the last quarter, actually, did Moody. Goods, 43. Salim, Moody, 46. Their only goal of the game. Fitzgerald, Hendry, Cordner, Robertson, Dalpas, Austin. Dosmo with a 31. Did all right. 9 disposals, 1 mark, 2 tackles, 31. I think she can improve on that as well, given that she, I think, scored 16. As you see here, 8, 11, 10, 2. If she makes that even to a 10-pointer, that's a 38. That's a decent amount of cash gen for game week for the second game of the game week. I just want to check the projections. If I just go to Dersma, does it have anything here? I wouldn't be shocked if that's... Yeah, so what she got? I wouldn't be shocked if you see her get a big... If she gets like a 30 again, I wouldn't be shocked if you see that go up. She's probably going to go up a good 20k. Then another... I wouldn't be shocked if she goes up like 60k for a couple of 30s here. That's how quick she'll probably move. So I would also like to see her get a good week in, because if she gets a good week in, like a good second game of like a 50 or so, then she'll probably move up a good 100k or so, 150k across the two, and that'll get her up to 500k, and then you start to get that cash gen flowing again. So we kind of need that. Keck, Brown, Vesio has been an absolute shocker this year. She just has not, that wing half forward role has not helped in a really poor team. Riddell, 138, she was the one that went off, and she's going to be the big difference maker if you had her. And yeah, that's sort of where my team sort of fell apart. I should have gone with Riddell, honestly, over Conti. That would have been the better bet, going Riddell over Conti. King, 86. I knew that she would do pretty well. Actually, low on the tackles, only 6 this week. I wouldn't be surprised if second game of... to be fair, they're playing a hard opposition in the likes of Richmond. So maybe that will actually help her, because she'll have more tog. As they seem to have rested a little bit of Garner and Riddell, given that they were only at... we look here for Riddell. 76% is pretty low for her, and Garner, I'm pretty sure, will be around the marker that she usually sits at, maybe just a fraction bit below as well. In tight games, she goes a little bit higher. So, I wouldn't be surprised if those two have a little bit more, alongside King, who I think is around that marker as well. 84% is actually around about the marker she usually sits at, so, or probably a little bit above. So, yeah, those three probably have a little bit more in the tank in the harder game against Richmond. But anyway, King, the other King, 80, the Ruckman, 80, 79, Tripodi, 79 as well. She's a tackling freak, and 9 tackles there just proved that. I think that was the high, other than Shearer, highest tackle count of the game. So yeah, she just tackles anything she sees. Bresnahan, Martin, Carney with a 64 on only 1 non-disposal act of a mark. So I think she can easily push that up towards even 2, 3 tackles and 2 or 3 more marks. And then that's where you get another, 20 points per game. So yeah, I think I'm really happy with the Carney for a 64 in all the chaos. It wasn't the worst. O'Loughlin, a 61. Gat with a 52, Smith, Wall, Randall, Craven, O'Shea, Birch, Ferguson, Rennie, and Wright. And that pretty much is the video there, going through the Carlton versus North Melbourne matchup, in which Carlton just couldn't give much more. They really just didn't give much at all. And North Melbourne just it was a training drill at some point. So anyway, if you did enjoy that recap, remember to like and subscribe, turn the notification bell on so you know when I upload, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye guys.